Listen to the proper name of the city we call Bangkok.
กรุงเทพมหานครบวรรัตนโกสินทร์มหินทรอยุธยามหาดิลกภพนพรัตนราชธานีบุรีรมย์อุดมราชนิเวศมหาสถานอมรพิมานอวตารสถิตสักกทัตติยวิษณุกรรมประสิทธิ์
It is the longest place name in the world, which translates into English, Great City of Angels, Supreme Repository for the Divine Jewels, Great Land Unconquerable, Grand and Prominent Realm, Royal and Delightful Capital City, full of the 9 noble gems, highest royal dwelling and grand palace, divine shelter and living place of the reincarnated spirits. Great City of Angels, Supreme Repository for the Divine Jewels, Mystic East Pinnacle Glitter, Fairy tale fantastical child myths whirled round our heads in profusion like genies whooshed out of bottles, we come and gawp at you. Great land unconquerable, while the world's magic countries, which once sprouted stories for children to plunge their faces in like mouths into peaches, are one by one flattened to the mindless dust of political slogans, tank track crushed by huge grey pamphlets. Here you proclaim yourself, however illogically, however rashly, great land unconquerable, grand prominent realm, royal and delightful capital city, full of the 9 noble gems, not only that sparkling riverbed litter dropped by the ages, ruby, diamond, emerald, topaz, garnet, sapphire, but the 9 gems of blessing, purity, wisdom, and peace. Highest royal dwelling and grand palace, where one of the last of the world's kings, consecrated, set aside by anointment, set aside to lead a people by serving them, continues to reign. Divine shelter and living place of the reincarnated spirits, where the past is alive in the present is a part of the past, and where both present and past welcome the angels. Will all this soon be smashed to rubble? Will the purity, wisdom, and peace be trampled out of existence by communist slogan shouters, who murder not only anyone who does not agree with them, but also anyone who possesses brains or talent to excite their envy? It has happened in Cambodia, where it may be that as much as half of the population has been murdered. It has happened to Laos, and now the Russian-backed Vietnamese army has invaded Cambodia. Is the mindless dust of the political slogans about to sweep Thailand into a rapidly forgotten, legendary past? In Bangkok, the capital city, on a day of celebration, King Bhumibol makes his way to Thailand's central Buddhist shrine, the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. But here in Bangkok itself, unseen and forgotten by these happy people, are communist cells in full operation. Unnoticed by the West, Thailand has been fighting communist insurgents for 14 years, and almost every day there's some kind of engagement and some casualties. All this is in great danger. King Bhumibol is surrounded with such love that even the communists do not dare to speak ill of him in their broadcasts. But what can he do? How does he see his function as the last king left in Southeast Asia? The study in his palace looks and sounds like a command post. Here he talks to David Lomax about his job as king.
How do you see your duty as a king? Why do you think that Thailand should continue to have a king?
It's not for me to say. I do things that I think is useful, and that's all.
But are you conscious as King of Thailand yourself of being able to do something which you feel wouldn't be possible without a monarchy here?
Well, I don't know what can be defined as king. That is the big trouble. Because in my position is called, I am called a king. But my duties, if you have noticed, is not the duty of a king. It's something that is quite different or difficult to define. I do things I think that will be useful, and that is all. If you ask me what I had in mind, what the plan I had no plan. Just like I'm today, we are going to have something and we are going to do it. We don't know what the something is, but we are going to do something that is good. That is the plan or the spirit.
The king sees his main job as being with the rural poor, 85% of the Thai population. With his family, he works extremely hard on the solving of local living problems, constantly visiting the villages, listening to the villagers, and then, with his own money, starting projects in health, food production, irrigation, or education for villagers to run themselves. The royal family spend roughly 8 months of the year in this way, and there is no doubt that it is their presence in places like this which is Thailand's best defense against communist takeover.
ยังจะได้ลูกแม่จับหลานจับถ่ายอีกคนจับนี่ล่ะจะว่าจะหาสารกันในโลกเคนนางเคนแม่เคนบ้านกลางขี้อ้นนะครับว่าเมื่อนามจะกุลในน้องนอนนามจะกุลนามจะกุลหมอลาโพลาโพ
She want to have her photograph taken with the royal family and printed in newspaper. And please send her newspaper because she don't have money to buy it. She's so excited at meeting with the king. 7 children and one of them is a soldier guarding the king.
Anywhere we go, we are looked at, and people are interested in us. They look at us, they don't want to bother us. They want to know more how they eat, how they sit, how they walk. They don't look with curiosity or hostility because they are very happy. You must know that they are well-wishing. They are well-wishing and they are on, say, intimate terms with us. It's like a big family. These people are looking at us because they like us and we like them, or we love them, they love us. So it doesn't make any, it is no pressure.
Kings and queens of Thailand have always been in close contact with the people, really. And they usually regard the kings as father of nation. That's why usually we don't have much private life because we are considered father and mother of the nation. So naturally we are all the time with the people.
Among the uneducated rural poor, the king is a highly effective agent for change, precisely because of his popularity as king. King Bhumibol's full title is Great Strength of the Land, Incomparable Power, Most Renowned of the Mahidun family of the Rama lineage of the Chakri line, Great Refuge of the People, Great King of Siam, the Chief Protector.